Provocative allegations disguised as questions. With these words, Hungarian state TV channel M1 begins a 3-minute report assaulting the reputation of an Austrian journalist. It accuses her of being part of an attack upon a new alliance being forged by Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban with populist leaders in Poland and Italy. It quotes questions she emailed to Orban's party, dismissing one as something only amateur journalists would ask, before showing her photo and presenting its damning verdict.
Franciska Cinderle ugyanis régóta ír az úgynevezett európai jobboldali veszélyről, a nemzeti érzelmű politikusok jelentette fenyegetésről. Számos bíráló cikket írt már különböző lapokban és portálokon Orbán Viktor miniszterelnökről.
Speaking to RFERL, Cinderle notes that the report was broadcast before her article was even published.
And this was something that was even a surprise, I'd say, for colleagues of mine in Hungary, that just asking questions is a threat, let's say, to the party, and the person who phrases them getting attacked on national TV.
In Vienna, the broadcast caused outrage and prompted an official protest from Foreign Minister Alexander Schallenberg. But M1 followed up with a series of further reports, also attacking Hungarian media that backed Cinderle. The controversy follows years of rising concern over what critics call a concerted campaign against independent media. Reporters Without Borders ranks Hungary 92nd in its World Press Freedom Index, the second worst ranking in the European Union. An EU parliamentary report in 2018 said private media had been concentrated in the hands of pro-Orban oligarchs, with vital state-funded advertising funneled into outlets loyal to the ruling Fidesz party. In March this year, lawmakers debated a European Commission demand for new powers to protect media freedoms in Hungary, Poland and Slovenia.
Every means are being employed by the Fidesz government to suppress purely and simply media freedom and media pluralism. Forced closures, media capture, state aid abuse, channeling state advertising only to pro-government media, smear campaigns against journalists.
Here TV is an example of what's known as media capture. It and other media were owned by Lajos Simicska, an early ally of Orban who later fell out with him. After Orban won re-election in 2018, Simicska sold his holdings to a pro-government businessman. There was much speculation in Hungary about why he made the sale.
The details are unknown, but these outlets could hope little of having some state advertisements. And of course, after 2018, he realized that, why to spend my money to something which won't gain any advantages for me, either politically or economically.
Here TV is now part of a pro-government media conglomerate with several TV stations and nearly 500 publications. For the shrinking number of small independent media based in Budapest, the screws are tightening. Klub Radio is the most recent example, forced off the air in February after its broadcasting license was not renewed. It's now available only on the internet.
Én úgy gondolom, hogy ebben az országban egy központi akarat létezik, ez a miniszterelnöké. Az úgy döntött, hogy semmilyen független és kritikus hang nem megengedhető ebben az országban.
Hungarians have taken to the streets to protest the erosion of critical media. In the case of Klub Radio, broadcasting authorities said it had broken registration laws by submitting documents late. The Hungarian government declined our request for an interview. Speaking to German weekly Die Welt am Sonntag in December, Orban denied there was a problem with media freedom in the country. When Hungary joined the EU in 2004, it had to meet certain democratic standards, including media freedom. Austrian journalist Franciska Cinderle says it is no longer doing so.
We have to ask ourselves the question how to deal with the member that is not fulfilling European values, and press freedom is definitely one of them.
Es geht hier Verstöße gegen das Rechtsstaatsprinzip.
Brussels has launched proceedings against Hungary and Poland for breaching rule of law and media freedom commitments made in the EU treaty. In theory, this could strip them of EU voting rights or block access to EU funds. But Hungary and Poland have pledged to protect each other by vetoing any such move. For the EU, it's a dilemma with no easy answers.
Nasze stanowiska są bardzo bliskie i można powiedzieć, że coraz bliżej.